We live in the golden age of wrestling toys. Look at this. You can get like every conceivable era of Hulk Hogan's career in action figure form. Look, AJ Styles had like 5 matches in the dying days of WCW 20 years ago, and I can get that figure. But, for all the good, there's some, not so good. I'm Senior Siete for 7 Wrestling, and let's take a look at 7 more of the most disturbing WWE toys. Now, if you enjoyed this video, do us a favor and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leg drop that notification bell. Number 1, Layla ECW. For as weird and kinda dumb as the WWE Diva search was, it did produce some actual talented performers. I'm talking about Eve Torres, I'm talking about Michelle McCool, and I'm definitely talking about the Season 2 winner, Layla L. What a shame that this trio came up in a time when women's wrestling wasn't quite taken as seriously. They could have put on some bangers with Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Bayley. Well, at least they got action figures, like this Eve Torres, or this Michelle McCool, or... Yikes, what happened here? That skin tone, it's a little off. And when you compare the face on the package with the figure that comes inside the package, that's quite a bit of a disconnect. Fortunately, that wouldn't be the toy industry's last chance to do right by Layla as... Again, come on guys. But yes, eventually they'd get it right and make some pretty awesome Layla figures. And good to see that Piggy James wasn't the worst thing Layla was involved with. Number 2, Jeff Hardy, Unmatched Fury. The charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy is known for 2 things: the finger-pointing dance, and the visually stunning Swanton Bomb. This forward-flipping senton off the top rope has been Jeff's trademark since the Hardy Boys' plaid pants days, so it only makes sense that WWE would release a figure of Jeff where he's replicating this death-defying move, and it's pretty cool. When it's set up right, but otherwise, this is just a static figure of Jeff Hardy, seemingly being intimate with the ground. Yikes, no worries though. Surely once someone purchases this figure, it'll take its place atop the pedestal in all of its swanton glory. But before that, when it's just in a box on a shelf at a Target, well, then it's just a figure of Jeff Hardy thrusting his junk at us. Gross. But we will say that while this figure's unique positioning is weird, there is one good thing about it. At least it can keep him from getting behind the wheel of a car. Number 3, Stephanie McMahon, Sunday Night Heat. In the 90s, a baseball-loving comic book creator named Todd McFarlane changed the toy industry by creating highly detailed versions of the characters from his Spawn comic book. The attention of detail on these toys was amazing at the time, but one missed detail created one of the most infamous variant figures of all time. Angela, one of the leaders of the Army of Hell, naturally, was very of her time and didn't wear a lot of clothes. And rather than sculpt underpants under her skirt, the decision was made to paint on underwear, which they forgot to do. The result was a figure of a commando that appeared to be going commando, and the figure community dubbed her Party Angela because apparently they are a classy bunch. The mistake was quickly realized and remedied, but several of these figures made it onto the market. Embarrassing, yes, but Angela's a fictional character, so she's not embarrassed. It's not like a toy company would make a similar mistake with a real-life person. A real-life person who happens to be the daughter of the owner of the company. Yes, wouldn't we have loved to have been a fly on the wall when word got out that Jakks Pacific had accidentally released a party version of Vince McMahon's daughter Stephanie. All of the armies of hell couldn't have protected them. Number 4, Mark Henry, Royal Rumble. The World's Strongest Man had a long and impressive career. Spanning from 1996 to 2019, Mark Henry had a variety of different gimmicks: Smiling USA Good Guy, Nation of Domination, Sexual Chocolate, Tony Atlas's buddy, Curator of the Hall of Pain, but in all of that time, one thing stayed the same: his wrestling gear. Singlet, 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 singlet. So why does this Royal Rumble figure have Mark Henry in such itty-bitty trunks? Look, even the picture of Henry on the package has him wearing a singlet. Did they forget to apply the paint like they did for Stephanie? Because that's easy to miss, and this definitely is not. Nope, If you flip the figure over, there's our buddy wearing his trademark singlet. Looks like they just forgot to include it. And this wasn't some rare mistake that they eventually remedied. No Royal Rumble figures exist with him wearing his trademark outfit. Jeez, he must be cold. Someone get him a salmon jacket. Number 5. Farooq, WrestleMania 23. Let's not forget that at the end of the day, these toys are being marketed to kids, so a lot of the time, the gimmicks that we love from the Attitude Era simply shouldn't be sold to youngsters in the toy aisle. Changes need to be made. For example, Badass Billy Gunn would have his tights changed to say Mr. BA instead of Mr. Ass. Or Jeff Jarrett's Don't Piss Me Off guitar would be changed to the more PG, yet still accurate, Don't Make Me Mad. Which brings us to Ron Simmons and his one-word catchphrase that most parents wouldn't like to hear their kids repeating. Damn. Yep, that's it. Just damn. The former founder of the Acolyte Protection Agency would show up whenever they didn't know how to end a backstage skit and pout this 4-letter zinger. But what do you change that to make it kid-friendly? Darn? Heck? Actually, both of those would have been better than what they came up with. They just put his name on his shirt. Not the worst offense, I guess, but aren't there 2 A's in Farooq? Now he just looks kind of stupid. Running around, wearing a shirt with his own name on it that's misspelled? Heck. Number 6. 123 Kid Hasbro. You can't say a single thing wrong about the Hasbro line of WWE toys. They were awesome. Okay, maybe this Ric Flair was a little wonky, but come on. Ludwig Borga, the Mountie, the Star of the Iron Claw, awesome, awesome, awesome. But there's one thing about that line that's a little bizarre, and I'm talking about the 123 Kid figure. The artist formerly known as X-Pac, Six-Pac, and Lightning Kid, Sean Waltman, received a figure later in the line. So what's the big deal? Looks great, right? Yeah, it does, but look at the figure's eyebrows. And by that I mean, this figure totally has eyebrows. Now let's pan up and take a look at the picture on the package. Yikes, what the what? Apparently, Sean Waltman passed out after an evening partying and Kurt, Mr. Perfect Hennig, shaved off one of his eyebrows. The next morning, Waltman did what any sensible person would do and simply shaved the other one off. Unfortunately, this all took place shortly before the photo shoot for the figures. But why Hasbro didn't just draw some eyebrows on the photo? Well, that remains a mystery. Number 7. Little Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Danbury Mint has crafted some exquisite porcelain baby dolls over the years. Each adorable little angel is a heartwarming replica of the majesty of this tender age and the bond between a loving mother and her child. So, it was only a natural extension of this whimsical line when they crafted a variation of the classic baby doll that took after the foul-mouthed, beer-swilling, bionic redneck Stone Cold Steve Austin. Holding aloft a tiny version of Austin's trademark smoking skull belt, this little heck raiser comes complete with a gold chain, a black leather vest, jorts, and a Stone Cold baseball cap. It is absolutely insane that this exists. Who is this for? And rest assured, this is a WWE licensed product. You could see the Danbury Mint just jumping on a popular pop culture character, but someone in Stamford, Connecticut was like, yeah, this is what our audience wants. But what do we know? They must have sold some of these because after the Stone Cold one, they released a couple more. Well, there's our list. Did we forget any other bizarre WWE wrestling toys? If so, leave them in the comments section below. Also, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and double underhook powerbomb the notification bell. Until next time, I'm Senior Siete for 7 Wrestling saying bye-bye.